are you generally finding yourself saying, okay, I'm going to train AI to replace individuals? Like we could literally get a chat GPT to represent an employee avatar. So, Steph, the YouTuber, gets transformed into this chat GPT that replaces him entirely. And he's given his briefcase and told to get the fuck out. Or is it an instance where we have like AI is obviously maybe not going to be able to reflect a human personality, and so instead what we find happening is that chat GPT is taking over large areas of processes, but not maybe individual people. And so do you see some people might be looking at like, I'm not going to have to do maybe as much paperwork, and if I can just demonstrate my human skills are more advanced, I'll probably actually keep my job, and I'll be forced to learn how to use this AI in order to enhance my job and make these more monotonous versions parts of my job more efficient. What do you find yourself generally saying? I'd imagine it's a bit of a blend of both.
It's a bit of a blend, but most of the time it's how AI is integrated into a process or something that you're doing without the view of replacing people. Like right now, AI can't completely replace someone, and that'll probably be true for several years, because even though it's come a long way, the way work is done, it requires people at different parts in the process, whether at the beginning, at the middle, or at the end. And so it's more so that machine learning and AI is becoming integrated into existing workflows. And what'll happen is that you'll realize, oh, well, Bob used to do XYZ. Like he used to create the content, as an example, and like modify it and edit it and then put it out. Bob will still do that, but AI will do like 80% of the work, and he manages the flow of it and how it plays out and what gets the final cut. So even though AI can produce like 100 tweets in like minutes, not all 100 tweets are going to be good. And even so, there's no way yet to then have those 100 tweets created, and then with the click of a button, it gets populated to your social profiles or anything like that. That's coming. But if you were paying Bob to copy and paste content before, like why would you keep paying Bob to copy and paste content, right? So Bob's job will be more about, well, out of these 100 tweets or LinkedIn posts, maybe only 40 of them are good enough or something that we want to say, right? So there's an insane amount of potential that comes with AI, but it's not all useful potential. Like just because you can do something doesn't mean that you need to or that you have to, right? So the game is going to be how do you integrate AI where it makes sense, and how do you make a decision as to where it doesn't make sense to add AI to the mix? So it's mostly just workflow and process and finding spots for it. I think over the next, 5 years, there are going to be a lot of people replaced, but it'll also change. Like your work will change so that even if you're not replaced, you're going to find a way to integrate it. Because where's my phone? So like with crypto and Web3 and so on, the key flaw, and this is true for any technology, if there's too many big changes for a human to adapt to, and for our behavior to change, the less likely tech is to succeed. But if you go about your daily life, the way you do things and the way you do work remains mostly the same, like 80% the same. You open up Microsoft Word, you do the spreadsheets. If your overall behavior doesn't have to change, then you're more likely to adopt the tech that comes with it. And that's what we're seeing with AI and machine learning, is being integrated into everything we're doing. So Microsoft is adding it to all the things: Word, PowerPoint, Excel. And that's true for all, like most, if not all software will have some kind of AI integrated into it, so that you don't have, like if I'm a worker and I have used Microsoft Word for years, I don't all of a sudden need to change my tech and use something else. I can keep using Microsoft Word. It'll just be a Clippy on steroids, or Clippy the Terminator will be on the side, the little paperclip. He'll be on the side, and instead of saying dumb, he's back. And instead of saying dumb stuff, like he'll say in useful things and give useful suggestions, right? And so same thing with our phones. It'll all be integrated into our phones. like across all the things. Like if you from now on, when you take a photo, most likely Apple or Google or Samsung or all the other ones, they'll just find a way to integrate AI into the camera and into the photo like image app, so that AI in the background does all the modifications, like adjustments to lighting, saturation, brightness, and so on. And it'll also then provide you with filters right inside the phone. So like all the Lensa profile photos people took, like we're going to quickly get to the point where I just take a photo of myself, and then I don't even have to open up the Lensa app or any other app. Inside iPhone's own photo app, I'll be able to do my AI avatar. So it's becoming ubiquitous. And because it's becoming ubiquitous and everywhere and everything all the time, this is why it'll be adopted more readily than crypto, because crypto requires you to change your behavior, and it's complicated. And for most people, it's just too complicated to have a wallet and an address, and then like, what do I do with it? So I think the key that is so easy to be integrated is why it'll change everything too, because not much is required on my end. I don't have to change everything I do. I just have to adjust a little bit and make some tweaks to my workflow, but it'll be there.